Tonight, a disturbing new report out that reveals at least 820,000 criminal illegal immigrants continue to live in this country after escaping deportation under the Obama administration. This new report from the Center for Immigration Studies says the illegal immigrants have been convicted of heinous crimes, including murder and rape and drug offenses. The president-elect has vowed to deport them.
We are going to bring this terrible crime wave to an immediate end, and it can go quickly. One of the greatest public safety threats remains open borders.
Joining me now is Chris Kobach. He is the Secretary of State from the great state of Kansas. And Chris, it seems, first of all, welcome, and it is great to see you and to know that you are giving counsel to the president-elect on these very important issues. This is a stunning report from CIS, and that is to say that there are that many, and one suspects even more in this country, that with dangerous criminal illegal immigrants among them not being deported. What is the possible explanation for it?
Well, you're exactly right, Lou, that it is disturbing. And I can tell you this, remember when Obama did those illegal executive amnesties in 2012 and 2014? His justification for not deporting millions of illegal aliens was, I'm doing this so I can retarget the resources of Immigration and Customs Enforcement to go after the criminals. Well, in federal court, we had the testimony of ICE agents saying, he's not doing that. We're not deporting more criminals. That's absolutely false. And this latest report shows that those ICE agents were right. The Obama administration is not massively increasing resources, getting rid of criminal aliens in the United States. And that's going to change. I'm very confident that under a Trump administration, you're going to see those criminals being removed in very large numbers.
The Obama administration has largely been a White House built entirely upon lies. Whether it is in foreign policy, whether it is in domestic policy, whether it goes to border security or national security. And that he has managed to get, the only other expression that comes to mind, to get away with this is because we have a compliant, complicit national media that won't do their job as watchdogs. Give us a sense, if you will, of how many of all of the resources, and they are immense, controlled by Customs and Border Patrol, are actually at work to stop the penetration of our border by illegal immigrants, drug runners, and human smugglers.
Well, for example, Customs and Border Protection, they are absolutely working, and the numbers of Customs and Border Patrol agents has gone up, and Congress has been pushing those numbers up. But on the other hand, look at Interior Enforcement, ICE agents. Those agents are, the morale at ICE, Immigration and Customs Enforcement, is the lowest of any federal agency in the entire federal government. And the reason morale is so low is that they are not being allowed to do the job they signed up to do, which is enforce our laws. They are being forced to sit on their hands, effectively chained to their desk, and these guidelines that have been put on them by the Obama political leadership have not allowed them to get out there and deport people that they used to deport under the Bush administration. And I think under a Trump administration, you're going to see those ICE agents unchained to do the job they want to do. And that alone is going to make a huge difference, because you're talking about thousands of law enforcement officers who will be returned to doing the job they signed up to do. And that's what Americans want them to do.
Right. And of course, the Border Patrol and the Border Patrol Council, the union representing Border Patrol agents, they're acknowledging that they have not been put forward on the border to stop these illegal immigrants, drug runners, whomever they may be. It is still porous. And this is not an adventure that is solely that of the Obama administration. Bush did exactly, as you well know, the same thing. Talking about moving 6,000 National Guardsmen and wouldn't get them within 6 miles of the border. The nonsense has to stop. And in one area, it really has to stop soon, and it seems like the easiest thing to change. And that is sanctuary cities. Now, many of the mayors of whom, the largest, saying they're going to the hell with you, federal government, or the hell with you, president-elect. We're not going to in any way assist in enforcement of the law. What will be the response?
Well, President-elect Trump has promised that the source of federal funds going to the sanctuary cities is going to dry up. But, you know, think about this, Lou. You and I have talked about this issue many times. These sanctuary cities are already illegal under federal law. There's a federal law that many of these cities, they're breaking federal law to create a sanctuary city in their jurisdiction. Well, imagine if you committed an ordinance violation in those cities. Do you think they would give you a break for violating their civil laws? No, they would come down on you like a ton of bricks. So they're so hypocritical. The cities themselves will punish their own residents for breaking their laws that they pass, but the cities will violate federal law. The hypocrisy is outrageous, and the fact that they are willing to endanger their own citizens. I mean, how many people have to die in these sanctuary cities?
I mean, Chicago is a nightmare.
Yeah. It is. And think about all the cases in San Francisco, Katie Steinle, the Bologna family. The list goes on and on and on of people who have died because of sanctuary policies. And these ridiculous city leaders say, nope, we're going to keep going and we're going to keep breaking federal law. And they don't seem to mention or care about the fact that their own residents who are here legally or are U.S. citizens are suffering at the hands of those illegal aliens.
Well, our president-elect, officially president-elect now, has vowed that he will.
That's right.
He was the law and order candidate. He will be the law and order president. So one expects that will all change. And do you anticipate being part of the Trump administration to help him get all of that done?
Well, Lou, I'm going to have to dodge your question a little bit. I'm not going to comment specifically on my role, but I can tell you this.
You will be the first person I've asked that in this entire year and a half to dodge a question on that. But go ahead, Chris.
But I'll tell you this. One thing I am confident of is you're just going to see a 180-degree shift from an administration right now, the Obama administration, which is really engaged in non-enforcement and in violation of our Constitution. Let's remember that Article 2, Section 3 of the Constitution requires the president to faithfully execute the laws, and we have seen orders from this administration telling ICE agents to break the law. And now we're going to see a new president come in who has promised to restore the rule of law, and he's putting great people together on his team, and I've talked to many of them. I am very confident things are going to change and change dramatically.
Chris Kobach, who has been an agent of change himself on these issues over the course of the past decade. Thanks so much. We appreciate it. Chris Kobach, good to see you. Whatever happens, I hope it's what you want. Thank you very much, Chris.
All right.